Hi, as you can see today we're swapping out front forks and changing the springs to progressive ones from Hagon with a supplied fork oil. And as you can see, we've already removed the front wheel, mud guard, and we're ready for removing the left leg. Before you start on the CB1000 you have to drop the leg down so you gain access for a socket, so you can just undo the top clamp. Just loosen it up a bit. It's nice and easy then when it's off the bike. There we go, which is off. Next you completely remove the top. There we go. Undone. We need to compress the suspension and get this spacer down, so you have to make a bracket. To help strip down the forks, you need to take this top cap off, and I had to make this simple bracket to locate in these two pins, compress the forks and slide this spacer in. This is just all homemade bracketry, and you'll see how we do it right now. Position them so you've got a top bracket, and with the use of a simple ratchet strap, hook that through the bottom, that over the top, compress it down. And release the tension. That gives you access to the lock nut. Okay, here we go. 24mm socket and a 14mm spanner. Spanner goes on the little lock nut at the bottom, and then just undo the top. And then slide out the middle. Now we need to remove the top spacer again. So same method, strap on the bottom, hook over the top, compress the forks, remove the strap. Now the spacer has been removed, you can slide the forks down slightly, pull out the spacer, and pull out the spring. And empty the forks. Pump the middle cartridge. What I tend to do is tie up the fork from the rack in, leave it upside down, let it drain, while I then strip the other fork and do the same procedure. While we're doing this work today, I'm also taking the opportunity to swap from silver to gold, just upgrading it from the older model to the newer model. Now we're ready to fill it back up with the recommended oil supplied. Just pierce the top of the bottle with 2 little slots. Means you can pour a lot slower and less air in. Just fill up a couple of 100 millilitres at the minute. And then pull out the middle until it starts sucking all the way through. The instructions state that we need 110mm air gap between the top of the leg and the top of the oil. So taking a normal ruler, mark the tape 110mm, drop it in, and you just keep topping up the oil until it just touches the top of the ruler. Next it's time to replace the spring. Take your new spring, and the tight coils need to be at the top. Drop your spring into place, lift the forks up so when the spring takes up any oil you don't want it to overflow. When the spring's been dropped back in place, pull the middle bit out, just a piece of normal wire, string or anything, tie loop around the bottom of it, doesn't have to be tight, and then feed the plastic spacer back down into position. Put it into the spring, and we need to use the clamp again to get access to the inner nut. Then pull the string up until you can see the nut. Take the string off. There we go. You need a 13mm gap on the nut. We go about there. Next it's time to replace the inner adjuster. Do it up as tight as you can, and then once it's in the bike, clamp the forks and give it one little last quarter turn. That's one done.